Sonic Superforms. Let's talk about them. It's been 2 weeks since Sonic Frontiers Update 3 has released, and everyone's going crazy about Super Sonic 2, or whatever you want to call this, and this form right here. I guess Super Sonic. I don't know what the fuck you call this, but it just got me thinking and realizing, like, dang, it's literally been 11 years since Sonic got a new form, and I'm just like, wow, that shit's crazy to me. So today, with all the hype surrounding Super Sonic 2 and Super Sonic Cyber, I guess these two forms, and I guess the new Sonic Prime form, we're going to be ranking all of the Sonic Super forms today since I have nothing else to do. But before we even get into the ranking, we gotta lay down some ground rules. Number 1, this is my opinion, not yours. You are freely to leave how you will rank these forms in the comment section below. Number 2, we're going to be including all mainline games, the storybook games, the Archie and Fleetway comics. And we will also be going over the TV shows such as Sonic Prime and Sonic X, since those are the two main TV shows. But before we even get into it, make sure you like, share, comment down below, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and tell me what else I should do besides Sonic content. So, with all that out of the way, let's get into it.
Oh no!
In last place, we got Polar, Solar, and Echo Sonic. Sonic acquired these forms when he was finna go into Ultra by basically running around the whole planet, and since he was in different environments, his fur changed, basically. Nothing really special about these transformations. These are essentially reskins. So, next,
I'm out of here.
in 9th place, we got Prismatic Sonic. So, I just finally finished Sonic Prime Season 2, and it was alright. It's alright. So, the last episode of Season 2, it has Sonic facing Eggman, as usual. Then, next thing you know, Sonic needs a power-up to defeat Eggman. I guess 9 or Tails, whatever the fuck you want to call him. Gives him the power of the shards, I guess, and Sonic just goes crazy. But the only reason why this form is like so low on the list is it's really just an aura and color change, if we're going to be honest here. It doesn't do nothing like outlandish with it. He just becomes faster. So that's why it's so low on the list. In 8th place, we have Sonic the Werehog. Now, as a huge Sonic Unleashed fanboy, it kind of pains me to put the Werehog this low because I grew up playing Sonic Unleashed and playing the Werehog stages, and they were low-key kind of fun for me. But can't let it slide. I have to give my honest critiques and opinion about this form. Sonic, of course, got this form by getting power from Dark Gaia, and when it only turned nighttime. It doesn't suck. It actually is kind of cool. Sonic gains stretchy arms. Of course, he becomes stronger, and yeah, that's pretty much it. He becomes stronger and has stretchy limbs for some reason. That's never explained. But it's still pretty cool. He got this more spiky shoes. He got sharp teeth, I guess. He also makes some appearances in the Archie comic. It's kind of sad how Unleashed is his only game that it makes an appearance in because the critics didn't like the Werehog. So, yeah. Coming up in 7th place is Ultra Sonic from the Archie Sonic comics, who made his first debut in issue number 66. Sonic gained Ultra by being infused by so many power rings. In this form, Sonic can change the molecular structure of anything, like literally anything. He can just like change water into air, stone into water. Like the things that Ultra Sonic can do is actually like broken. Like he's hacked out. He's basically a god in Hedgehog form. He of course also gains the power of flight, invincibility, and he can also make portals to throw people away in other dimensions, like in the Zone of Silence, for example. The reason why he's so low on the list is really because it's just a aura change with rings and stars. Not to mention, he doesn't appear a lot in the Archie comics. He only makes 3 appearances, and yeah, that's it. So. Up next is Fleetway Supersonic. So, the difference between this Supersonic and the others is that this nigga's just straight up evil. Like, straight up. Sonic gets this form by first getting the 6 Chaos Emeralds from the Fleetway comics, and he just goes batshit crazy, like, straight up crazy. Later, he gets this form due to stress and fear of death, but it's just crazy. The only time I remember seeing this form, because I haven't read the Fleetway comics, was in a lot of fan animations. So when I first saw this form, it was just like, what the hell? why is Sonic evil? But the best way I can like describe this form is like, you know how Ichigo has that hollow form? That's basically what Fleetway Sonic is. And it's cool, bro. Like, he has, of course, the normal abilities a super form does have, and he also has laser beam, so like, what the fuck? It would have been cool to see Sonic take control over this form and like perfect it to get the normal supersonic, but I digress. Only reason why he's in this place is because it's essentially a supersonic. It's supersonic. So yeah. And coming up in 5th place is Supersonic 2, or Advanced Supersonic as I like to call it. Alright, so put all the recency bias aside, this form does nothing. It literally just gives Sonic an aura color and blue eyes. Like, that's literally it. It is raw as fuck. The shit he does is like anime and shonen as fuck. I won't lie to you. But it doesn't give him any new abilities. It just makes him stronger and I guess overcomes his cyber corruption. But it's still kind of cool. I can't even lie. Like, what Sonic does in this form is just like so raw in the anime as hell. But I wanted to put this form lower, but you know, it at least adds something. As what Sonic does with this form is raw as hell. So, yep. Now, this is what you call an actual and better design than Advanced Supersonic, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Supersonic Cyber. Now, the only downside about this form, bro, is that you can't even play it. Like, they teased us with this one, bro. Like, they blue balled us with this one, bro.
What?
Like, all he does is just flies into the moon or the end and just kills them, bro. They should have just brought back Hypersonic for this bullshit if they was just gonna do shit like this. But hey, it is what it is. I wanted to put this form lower as well, but the design is overall cool compared to Supersonic. We were Advanced Supersonic, so yeah. Alright, coming in 3rd place. Now we're in like the top 3 and honorable mentions. It's Dark Sonic. Now, I have a lot of nostalgia for Dark Sonic. Like, for the longest time, my username or my channel name used to be Dark Supersonic Fan the Hedgehog. So Dark Supersonic will forever have a special place in my heart. That being said, I love it, bro. I love this transformation. Even though he doesn't do jack shit with this form except go angry at the Metarex or Dark Oak, whatever this random name you want to call him. It's just, we never get to see Sonic that angry before. It's a concept that Sega just will never bring back. So, man, if they were to bring this back, man, I'd be the happiest person on earth, bro. But, yeah. And then coming right after that, it's gonna be Dark Spine Sonic from Sonic and the Secret Rings. Now, I have a lot of nostalgia for this too because I had a second channel. By the way, you should definitely go subscribe to the second channel if you didn't know that already. But anyway, I have a lot of nostalgia for this form as well because this used to be my second channel's name, Dark Spine Sonic from the Hedgehog. And just getting the nostalgia aside, a lot of people call this form weird now, which I personally don't think it's weird. I always thought the design was badass, a little bit of edge, and it's basically the same concept as Dark Sonic, but except with this one, he can actually do shit. Like, when he goes against Aflayla Walayla or the Eraser Jin, he starts beating his shit in. Oh my goodness. Like, he's just like so aggressive, and then his voice is basically a prototype Werehog voice, but it's basically a more angrier and edgy Sonic, which me personally, I'm all up for. Sonic transforms into Dark Spine Sonic by Basically, he sees Shara die, then Aflela gets them world rings, and then Sonic absorbs 3 of those rings. And those rings are sadness, rage, and hatred. And the funny and coolest thing about this form is that it's not a complete form. We never get to see what Sonic would look like with all 7 world rings. So, man, that's another reason why I like this form so much. Alright, we have 3 forms left, so I'm gonna have to cheat a little bit. I can't even lie. I'm gonna have to cheat a little bit because I didn't think this video would be as long as it is. And then second, I didn't expect Sonic to have this many forms. In comparison to like other characters, Sonic really doesn't have a lot of transformations. But I still didn't expect him to have this number of transformations. So we're gonna have to start off this one with Hypersonic. Yes, Hypersonic. The main Sonic transformation that people, as to this day, Sega asked to bring back. And can you really blame him? Bro made one appearance in one of the greatest Sonic games of all time. And then dipped. Like, what the fuck? Who does that? Sonic gains this form by acquiring all 7 Super Emeralds. The Super Emeralds are upgraded versions of the Chaos Emeralds when near the Master Emerald. When Sonic transforms into Hypersonic, he becomes, of course, much more faster, more stronger. He can breathe underwater, finally. He can fly, and he can also do a screen nuke, which is fucking crazy. This is basically Game Sonic in God mode. It's just crazy how Sega just will not bring this form back, no matter the circumstances. And it's also crazy how he never appeared in the Archie comics. At least crazy to me, because there was also the Super Emeralds in the Archie comics. But, you know, it is what it is. Ultra is stronger than Hypersonic in terms of feats, but Hyper is still technically the stronger form because it first goes Super, Ultra, then Hyper. But that's a whole debate in itself. So we have the original Supersonic. Y'all should really have known that Supersonic would have made it this far on the list. He's the OG. He's the first transformation, the one who started it all, really. And I don't really need to go over the feats and strengths and abilities Supersonic has, because all these other forms basically have that, but better. Supersonic doesn't really stand out as much anymore, but he still kinda does at the same time, if that makes sense. You know how the story goes. Get all 7 Chaos Emeralds, get 50 rings, you go Super. First appearance was in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. You know how the story goes from there. Of course, you have the Fire Sonic Unleashed opening that represents Supersonic in his best appearance. Then you have the Frontiers boss fights, which, man, Supersonic just goes fucking crazy in those, bro. He gives Giganto the Piccolo treatment. Then he gives Wyvern the So Long Gate Bowser treatment. And then he gives Knight a fucking sword. Speaking of swords, lastly, we have Excalibur Sonic. One word to describe Excalibur Sonic. Fucking peak. That's 2 words. I don't give a fuck. So, beforehand, Sonic was getting his ass mopped by the Dark Queen. If you don't know who the Dark Queen is, she's basically Merlina with a super form. If you don't know who Merlina is, go play Sonic and the Black Knight. This game is such an underrated gem, bro. Sonic achieves this form when he has the power of all 4 sacred swords, Caliburn included, transforming him into Excalibur. This gives Sonic basically golden armor, and I know it's kind of unfair, or basically kind of crazy to like have Sonic in armor versus actual transformations, but I don't give a fuck. This is my list, and it's just, this design is so peak, bro. He has a cape, he has golden armor, like, bro. He doesn't really gain any new abilities in this form, but this design is just so cool. It just had to like make it top 2. It just had to make it to the top of my list. And that's it. I know this video was a pretty long one, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I've been meaning to get this video out for a month, my bad. Ever since update 3, released, I was like, man, I need to do this video, but man, it's just been school. Man, it's been school. So I'm gonna get like one more video out, and then I'm gonna have to take a break for like about a month, for real. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. My true rankings will be in the comments. I probably threw y'all off with the text saying true with 2 of the transformations, but I'll leave my true ranking in the comment. But make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe for more. Comment down below what else I should do. Expect more anime content on the way. Trust me, guys. And yeah, may God bless you all. I'll see you next time. Peace.